Here we have a Fiero Indy 500 edition, Indy Fiero. See there on the thing, nice wheels. Although you can see where the emblems were. Interior wise, this thing's not real bad shape, especially for already having been here in the junkyard. I've always kind of thought these little Fieros were interesting. Looks like some of the parts have already been picked off from it, but even the keys were in there, such like that. This seems like it could have been a car that could have been salvaged and actually worth something, maybe. I don't know, you know. I know there's a little bit of a following for the Fieros and stuff, and they weren't made for very many years. Yeah, there it is. I think a little 2.8 V6 might have been what was put in these things. The wheels on it, still very nice. Looks good. Interior wise, like I said, looks pretty good. Other than the few parts that have been taken out of it. 5-speed. What year would this have been? Can't really read the date there. Maybe 86 looks like, maybe. But yeah, very nice junkyard find here. Again, unfortunately, by the time they get here, they don't sell these cars straight out anymore. They only get picked apart. So, but very, very nice looking little Fiero. Yeah, here's another interesting find. SHO. How many remember those? 24 valve. Look at the beast under the hood. This thing. Ford Taurus SHO. Not sure what year this one was. Hadn't found the year on there yet. Nice green color. They definitely want you to know it's an SHO. It's all over the place, so definitely don't think that it's a aftermarket type thing. Sunroof might have been. You said it's a 95? Alright, so about a 95 SHO. There's the wheels. Some of the wheels. Somebody's got a different one on the front there from something, but it does have 3 of the wheels still around. Tail lights are gone. But yeah, I remember these things being around in my younger years. And pretty fast cars with a little, I think it was the Yamaha V8 in there. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, nice car. Again, one of those things that you find in the junkyard and wonder what happened in past life with this thing. Why it wound up here. Especially, it don't look real bad. Looks like somebody might have took some of the exhaust off of there, but it looks like a pretty good thick exhaust pipe on that. Yep. So sad. Yeah, and since we're right next to the Taurus, there's also this car here. Oh, and by the way, the Taurus, yes, I realized it's a V6, not a V8. I just didn't look closely enough. I think that might have been the Yamaha. I don't remember. I know I had a Yamaha engine in it at some point. But yeah, who remembers these? Little Geo Storm. Looks fairly straight, but yeah, it's got some rot going on in it and stuff like that. I'm sure it probably wasn't much of a fast car or anything, but I do remember those a little bit too. Little Geo Storm. Hey, looks like it's even got the keys still. Let's take it for a spin. Yep. Things you find at the junkyard. How about this one? Can anybody name what car this is? This is definitely an older one that hadn't been around in a little while. Give you a little hint there. Yeah, Kia. 1997 Kia Sophia. I remember some of these being around about the time I was coming into my Navy career. Kia Sophia RS. Ooh, sounds sporty. It's got a spoiler. Must be sporty. Yep, I think this was when Kias were first starting to gain traction in the US. So just another interesting piece of history here. Little Kia Sophia. Somebody done some work on it, or maybe started to work on it and decided, nope, we're done. But valve cover's gone. Yep. Tree growing up out of this thing. Wonder if it's got a tree 50 in it. No, GMC, this model does not have a tree 50. Tree 05 maybe? Ha. Cadillac Escalade. What year is this? 2000? Dash is not too cracked there. I guess there are some cracks over there. Still actually has the cluster. Almost 200,000 miles. Some of the wood grade. That's interesting. Built-in 6-disc CD changer into the center of the console. I did not realize that that was even a thing for these. Very nice. I doubt that that key is what goes in here. I'm gonna guess that that's probably an actual GM key that's gonna go in there. Although it's really hard to tell, but that don't seem to fit in there, so I'm guessing that's not it. Anyhow, DVD player. Oh, but this thing was pretty nice when it was new. And even the wood trim is actual. There is actual wood there. It's not just plastic fully. Interesting. A little rough. And somebody's already swapped it out for a GMC Denali front end. But not bad. And about the last of the generations of the Z car where I really liked them. Man, this one I bet was fun to drive. T-tops. Still looks like it has one functional T-top maybe. It was a manual transmission, 5-speed. Looks like it was a nice car once upon a time, but as all things, they end up in places like these with trees growing out of them, looks like. Crazy. Hate to see them like this, but I guess you can't save them all. Somebody's, you know, they can live on to get the purpose. Actually, the taillight's still there. Yes. Some of the components are there. Oh, it looks like both taillights are there. If anybody knows anyone looking for an 87 300ZX taillights, I know where to find some. But yeah, I remember these cars. 87, same year as the van we used to have. 1987 Nissan van. Who's seen one of those lately? Well, that's it.